coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. From the booth, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And as we take a look live here at the Kid, guys, what's your take?
And one of the things you know you're going to see from this guy is his skill running the pick and roll. He knows exactly how to run a defender directly into that screen, and then a beautiful passing ability, setting up layups and jump shots.
And he's a persistent defender too, Steve. I mean, even if he gets caught behind on the break, he'll bust his behind to get back into the play and maybe come up with a block at the last second.
You can feel the energy here at Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers. That made it 3-zip in their head-to-head games. A tough game ahead for them.
And that's the kind of loss that sticks with you for a while, guys, because they were probably the better team that night, and they just couldn't put the game away.
You know, Steve, you'd almost rather get beaten by double digits than know you should have won it, but didn't.
Williams with the ball, now guarded by the dude. The quick look, no good that time. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And Kevin, they were able to keep that game relatively close. But
wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
The shot's good from Smooth.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
The 76ers are gone, 2 or 3 here to start out the game. They swipe it. Leads them in there.
It's Fenorama, kind of like he's in the washing machine. Do you know what kind of athlete you have to be to pull off that 360?
Remarkable, truly remarkable.
Let's call it the agitator.
I like the nickname, Clark. You may be onto something with that one.
Walker. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that. Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
The dude passes to the general. And there's the foul. It's on the Bulldozer. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over-the-back call there.
Here's the Kid. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Gets to the corner and buries it. Richmond's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Passes to the general. Fires the 3. That one goes.
Very positive opening quarter for them. Shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Fast break Toronto. Here's Smooth. Williams with the block.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
The shot's good from Sampson.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Pass to the Bulldozer. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's the Kid, averaging 19 points per contest.
Nice rebound in traffic, and that's his job.
For the Raptors, they come in off the loss to New York.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the miss 3 from the dude.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
And the pass to the Bulldozer. Here's Smooth. Passes it to the general. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Here's the kid. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here's Walker outside. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
This is how the Raptors stack up over the last 10 games. 8th in free throw percentage, 9th in steals, and they're in the top 10 in rebounds. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
I'm impressed most with their free throw shooting that you talked about. This is a team that really focuses from the foul line. They shoot the ball well from there, and as a result, they're constantly looking to attack to try to get those 3 points at the free throw line.
And he recovers it. Richmond no good.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Here's the general. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. The general's got 8 points.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
Here's the kid. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Toronto.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area. And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency. Same routine, same stroke.
Here's the bulldozer. 11 points last game. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, here's what the Raptors head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. Minimizing steals is one of his big focal points in this game. He said that taking care of the ball and not giving away possessions is something that is paramount to his team's chances for success in this basketball game, guys.
Thanks for the report, Doris. Guys, what do you do to spread this defense out?
Well, I think you've got to come at them with a variety of offensive looks. Try to keep them guessing, keep the rotations a little bit off rhythm.
As usual, Steve, you're all over it. You've got to keep switching things up on them so they can't get settled into a defensive rhythm or groove. So give them something they don't expect.
The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The 76ers trail by 9. Here's the kid. No good. Great D that time from the bulldozer. Here's the general. Richmond with the steal. 3 on 3. The shot's good from the kid. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Smooth. The dude passes to Smooth. Here's the general beyond the arc. And yes, sir, that one drops. The general's got 11 points.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Snatched away. Here's the natural, averaging 19 points per contest.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Back to Walker. A finger roll finish at the bucket.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Here's Smooth. But they get it back. Off the screen. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Smooth's got 6 points.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Shot is blocked.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
He passes to the next one. Here's the dude. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. The general passes to the bulldozer. The jump hook. That one a little long. The 76ers trail by 12 on the wing. Williams gets an open look and hits.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
stolen by Walker. Now here's Richmond. Defense right on him. Hit his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And here are the 76ers now. And here's George for three. Good.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the three.
And stolen by Gordon. Now here is George, defended by Olynyk. Ball's knocked loose. Fast break Toronto. Here's Barrett. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. They have build up the lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
Kicks to Gordon. The dish to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Barnes. Pass to Olynyk. Inside. Here's Pirtle. And he uses the glass on the way.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Now here's Gordon. He dishes it to Drummond. Burks. And he's good on the three ball.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
He kicks it to Olynyk. He feeds it to Barnes. Now the pass to Barrett. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Burks, rejected by Olynyk. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
And the key is you look at the steal totals for this team. They have really put good pressure on the offense.
Well, you know what? Pressure can lead to pilfers, and pilfers can lead to points. So we've got the 3 P's: pressure, pilfers, points. Get it done.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Doc. Gordon is out there with Paul George, and it's Martin in a power forward position. Just 5 to shoot, and stolen by Barnes. Scheme and blocked. Pass to George. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Eric Gordon. The 76ers trail by 8. Outside Jackson. Misses off the right iron. Brown with it. Passes it to Barrett. Trying his luck deep. The shot no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Burks and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
One of the things that's made this team so effective is their ability to get takeaways. I mean, they do an excellent job defending the ball and also jumping into the passing lanes, and they're all together defensively. That's one of the reasons they're amongst the league leaders in steals.
Pass to Barrett. Skeen, guarded by Jackson. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. All right, now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Look at Philadelphia. Advantage in 1 series. And, of course, the Raptors, 3 spots below.
Well, right now for the Raptors, the thing with them is they haven't really established an identity for themselves as a team. They never have seemed to come up with a plan and stick to it for very long. They've been all over the place in terms of their identity.
And I put that on the coaching staff more than anyone else, Clark. A coherent strategy has to be in place, or it's impossible to climb up the standings.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Skeen, guarded by Jackson. Skeen dishes it to Brown. Off target with his 3. The 76ers trail by 9. It's 2-on-1. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Let's see how the 76ers have performed over the last few weeks. 5th in rebounding, 8th in steals. And when we look at the free throw shooting numbers, not very strong. Top 20 in the league. That begs for improvement.
And you put all those things together, and that makes this a very tough team. And what really jumps out at me is the rebounds, Clark. I mean, this is a team that controls the paint. If you're going to miss a shot, the ball seems to be theirs almost every time. That allows their transition game to get going. And then at the offensive end, they'll pound you on the offensive glass as well.
Fast break, Toronto. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Boy, you got to love it. Picture perfect alley-oop.
A little surprised, though, Clark. They didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
You know what, too?
Yeah, but it almost makes it a little more special. Kevin. Just grace overpowers the way I see it.
And the 76ers making a change here. Williams is checked in. The pass to the kid. Now the feed to George. Outside, Martin. Another shot, and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got half, so he'll head to the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line, and that's a must-do when you're down.
Raptors leading by 9. Barnes passes to the natural. The dish to Barnes. Boucher covered by Martin. Pass to Barrett. Here's the natural. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Pass to the kid. Kicks to Williams. 3-pointer. That's good. Williams has got 7.
I don't know of too many other players, Kevin, who have his level of concentration offensively. He just seems to have that singular focus you need as a shooter. That even if a defender's all over you, you still just lock in and let it go.
And also with him, don't think you can collapse the defense on him when he gets the ball in the low post, because he is a superb passer. He'll find whoever's been left open.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Raptors leading by 9. Boucher covered by Martin. There's the pass to Barrett. Feeds to Barnes. 4 on the clock. Skeen. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Moment to see how the schedule is looking for Philadelphia. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. In Toronto, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Well, yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Walker's checked in for Philadelphia. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Look out the Raptors' upcoming schedule. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Timberwolves game. That should be a close game.
The general is checked in for Toronto. So it's Toronto. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Misses the three.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
And George kicks to Williams. Gives him the lead pass. Simpson. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And it's 6 points for Doc.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it. Well, you know, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those carries.
Seems like not a whole lot else is going right for them, though.
Passes it to the kid. Outside for George. A putback. Slams it home for the putback. And now it's only a 5-point Raptor lead.
He was a man on a mission down there. He wouldn't stop pursuing the ball until he got it up and through the rim. Well done.
Rejected by Walker. The steal. Pass to Barrett. Raptors moving the ball around. The shot's good from the general.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
The 76ers trail by 8. The kid passes to George. Here is Doc. Fires it up. It's rebounded by Barrett.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
To the paint. Here's
And this sort of awesome boost is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
But there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are... Not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
And Philadelphia has possession after the Raptors pick up 2. Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. Take a look at the general. Currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing are outstanding. Truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, and one of the passes that you really need to prioritize and be able to make is that entry pass, getting that ball inside. Accurately throwing it into the low post is really a bit of a lost art in today's game.
Good on the second free throw. Raptors leading by 9. Smooth passes to the general. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a 3-point play.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did. He didn't waste any of those chances when he got them.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Man, that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
Smooth passes to the dude. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The 76ers trail by 9. Here's the kid. He passes it to Walker. With some arc. No good. Toronto shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's the screen. Smooth passes to the dude. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Williams. Great open look there. points for Smooth.
Well, with the lead they have, I think they see an opportunity to start shooting a few more threes here.
Steve, I'm not sure I agree with that. I mean, that's an idea that they probably should park somewhere. You don't want to get too attached to the three-point shot the way they started off shooting.
Here's Richmond. The kick out to Williams. Stripped it away.
And this careless play is a big reason why they're trailing in this game.
Yeah, 5 points given up off turnovers this quarter, Steve. Those things add up. And what a game for Smooth. 9 points. He has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
I'll say, I mean, defensively, he's fought his way through this game beautifully. They haven't gotten away with any loose passes, any sloppy ball handling when he's in the vicinity.
Here's the kid.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Walker. Here's the natural. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. The natural's got 7 points here in this quarter. Another steal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They're scoring well. They're really executing and building on this lead.
Gradually adding to the lead, I like it. I mean, they continue to work well offensively. They should be in good shape going forward.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Raptors leading by 16. Smooth passes to the Bulldozer.
High and down hard. Where's that hidden trampoline in the floor? The bounce this guy's got is ridiculous.
Maybe that is the explanation for that.
Oh, man, that was crazy. Just the artistry.
And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Raptors shooting 48% of their attempts here in quarter number 2. Smooth passes to the dude. Oh, good on the 3.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time, but I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly. It's his first three-pointer of the second half, which actually makes it his first of the game.
Here's Smooth. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against New York.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the ball, just racking up the assists.
The 76ers trailed by 19, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tipped away. Fast break Toronto. Here's the Bulldozer. Ooh, that was awesome. Look out below.
I just heard a little rumble in the background. That was thunder, fellas. He's going to make it rain out here.
Did we really just see that? Someone tell me. Were we seeing things?
That was unreal. Oh, my goodness. Huge play.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half.
But now, presented by Sprint.
It's time for the Sunday night halftime. It'll be the Knicks out in New York against the Thunder.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Just absolute domination in this one. For the General, he had 17 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
Bulldozer is out there with the natural. And it's the dude. And there's Smooth. And it's the General in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's the kid. Back to Walker. Walker gets a screen from Richmond. Fires from the wing. Gets it to go. 6 points now in the game for Walker.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's the General. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. The Generals got 19 points.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Outside, Walker. And it's Toronto with the rebound. The Bulldozers got his 6th rebound on the night.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
Smooth passes to the dude. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance in out for a 3-point play.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And here's Walker outside. That's good. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Smooth passes to the Bulldozer. Here's the dude. Here's the General. And there's the pass to Smooth. Here's the dude. He's guarded by Williams. And there's the call on Maverick. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Goes up from the top of the key. Toronto grabs the miss. The Bulldozers got 7 rebounds in the game. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
I'm really looking forward to see how the Lakers fare in that one. Well, he did have a 3-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
In the last month, let's see how the Sixers perform. 6th in rebounding, 7th in free throw percentage. And they're in the top half of the league distributing the basketball as well. Not too shabby, room for improvement, but acceptable.
And the rebounding is really the key stat that I'm looking at right there with all those numbers you talked about, Clark. This is a team that really tries to be physical, and when they're able to secure boards, that does a lot of things for them. It helps their defense, keeping teams from getting second chance opportunities against them, and it fuels their fast break.
And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
Kevin, that's been a nice run lately. They're making a strong effort on the board, and it's working and paying dividends for them.
The General, and it's off from 3-point range.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
How about the passing here? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
The Raptors have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Both free throws good from Smooth. Philadelphia's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Here's Walker. Rebounded by the Bulldozers. The Bulldozers got 8 rebounds in this game. The dude passes to Smooth. Here's the General from past the arc. Walker with the rebound. And the Natural's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Outside Williams. Richmond. Passes to the kid. Back to Richmond. On the wing, Williams. Again, Philadelphia. The Raptors have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. Here's the Bulldozer. Here's the Natural. And he pings it home with one hand.
Flying high and throwing down a hard one-hander.
His favorite move right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
Here's the kid. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, defensively, he's a guy who always seems to anticipate the fast break and chase people down with his quickness and explosiveness to block shots in transitions. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the game.
And that's not all there is to say about him, Steve. I mean, he also is a master of the pick and roll. Get the ball in his hands and set a screen for him, and there will be an easy bucket after.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Williams with the ball, now defended by the dude. Williams passes to Sampson. And the layup's good off the glass. Doc's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
The kid passes to Richmond. He dishes it to Williams. Another three for Philadelphia.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Here's Smooth. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for Toronto.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Philadelphia's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Here's Sampson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Doc's got 15 points.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Here's Smooth. Nice D from the kid. The 76ers trail by 21. Williams kicks to Richmond. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Toronto's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Smooth passes to the General. Drills the three-pointer. The General's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Back to Richmond. Off the pick. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Now, here's Olynyk, guarded closely, and the kid picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
The General passes to Barnes. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's the dude, who's covered by Richmond. Like at 6.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Pass to the kid. Back to Richmond. Here is Doc. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Walker's checked in for Richmond. The kid passes to Sampson. 6 to shoot. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And the 76ers making a change here. George is checked in. He feeds it to Barnes. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers trail by 20. Back to Walker. He passes to Sampson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Walker. Barnes passes to the natural. Soft touch off the glass. The natural's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
George with the ball. Now guarded by the dude. And George kicks to Walker. That 3 off the mark. Raptors leading by 20. Barnes passes to the dude. Here's the natural. Walker with some nice D. Outside Martin. Back to George. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And they're making a statement here, guys, going inside for 8 of their last 10 points.
Time to man up on D and stop these free runs to the rim.
The pass to Barrett. Here's Smooth, defended by George. Here's Smooth. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
You know, in their last game, guys, he was dialed in at the line.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it may have been the strongest part of his game that night.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. The general is checked in for Barnes. Goes up off the inbound. Here's Walker. It's good. And there's a block called on the play. He'll get one free throw.
A good job of spotting his teammate near the basket and zipping the pass right in there.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pick.
Reverse that one. Oh, now that was nice. Real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control. Ooh.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
Back to George. There's the block. 55 seconds left in the third.
Oh! Power punch right there. Went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its head. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
And they should be, Kevin. That was one elaborate finish.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
And it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. Not too many of those shots were dropping for them in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Barrett the pass to the general. Here's the bulldozer. Pass to Barrett. That's tipped. Richmond with the steal. One-on-one fast break. No good from the kid.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
I like that. Attack and create the contact.
Very nearly had an and one opportunity there. Good aggressive move.
First one falls for him. And the 76ers making a change here. Both free throws good from the bulldozer. Outside Williams. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer. Peter.
Oh, what a three at the hole.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Richmond. Doc is out there with the bodyguard. Then it's Williams. And it's the kid and at the point guard position. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Here's the kid. Left side Walker from the arc. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, he's boxed out, and when that happens, you know, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Smooth. The 76ers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Back to Walker. No one near him. And the shot is good. Walker's got 12 points in just the second half. Pass to the general. Here's the dude. He's covered by Richmond. The pass to the general. Off target from three-point range.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Great positioning on the putback.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
And that's the kind of energy you need on the offensive glass. That's the only way to get it done.
Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. The Generals got 24 points. The Kid passes to Walker. Here's the Kid. First minute and a half of basketball play here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. That drops.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Smooth passes to the dude. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 21. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Williams dishes to Richmond. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. 16 points for Maverick.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
The 76ers making a switch here. George is checked in. The dude passes to Smooth from outside the arc. No good from the General. The 76ers trail by 18. Knocked loose. Fast break Toronto. Here's the bulldozer, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's the Kid. He kicks it to George. Puts the lead pass in front of him. The General passes to Smooth. Rejected by Sampson. Outside, George. Pass to Walker. And it's blocked by Barnes. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The shot good from the dude. The dude's got 10 points here in the second half.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Raptors leading by 23. Passes it to the General. Here's Smooth, defended by George. The dude passes to Smooth. Raptors moving the ball around, and that one's good. And that's 20 points for the dude.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
This is to Williams. Will it go? Outside for George. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Pass to Earl. This one for 3, and that one's good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. The feed to George. Gordon with the screen for George. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. The Toronto, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. The dish to Brown. He passes to Barrett. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The drive by Jackson. On the wing, George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And 11 points for Paul George.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
The pass to Barrett. Boucher. Skeen, guarded by Jackson. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
Philadelphia's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Kicks it to George. Back to Jackson. Outside Gordon. Feeds it to Jackson. Another 3 for Philadelphia. The Raptors have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. The 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Outside Gordon. Wide open look. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Gets it to go. And Philadelphia has possession. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Jackson. Jackson missing again. Toronto's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Brown. Here's Pirtle. No good. Excellent D there from George. 76ers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. It's Jackson with the drive. Offensive rebound. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
At the line, 76ers. Andre 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Martin's checked in for Philadelphia. And the second free throw, good. They have been really controlling this one.
Well, now's not the time to get complacent, though, Kevin. You've got to continue to put your foot on the gas pedal.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one's on Eric Gordon.
At the line for your Raptors, Barrett. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Barrett. Philadelphia shooting 40% in the fourth. Jackson with it. A floater, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Still Raptors ball. 15 seconds.
Toronto's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Shot clock at 5. Jackson, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
So it's Toronto. Clock is at 3. Boucher. And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, you know, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those Karens.
Seems like not a whole lot else is going right for them, though.
1:56 left to play here in the fourth. Passes it to her. Scheme, and he converts the list.
He is really putting his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Jackson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Gordon with another miss. The Raptors shooting it very well tonight, around 57% on the wing ground. Pass to Barrett. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
It's Martin on the wing. He dishes it to Drummond, defended by Ertl. Shoots from the block, and that one's good. Drummond. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
The Raptors making a switch here.
At the line for one.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now Jackson. Down low. Here's the mid. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, but they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.